Yes. Okay, so Bill, what does this mean for, as I read France and Europe, and I've been watching France since, I was on Fox News and talking about, the coming insurrection in France, and the fact that people, the media and the politicians, same here in America, are not hearing the voice of the people. And the voice of the people, I believe, and this is where I want you to correct me where I'm wrong, they are saying, you're not listening to us. We're not uber nationalists that hate everybody else, but we believe in, our borders. We believe in sovereignty. There's a meaning. It's meaningful to be French. We want to help refugees, but we don't want to have our country overrun by people who don't want to be here or just taking us for what it's worth. And we're tired of being lied to and stolen from by the politicians and the banks. Is that what you're feeling over there?
Well, I mean, I think there's two things to say about this. For one, if you look at the results of the first round, Marine Le Pen scored very badly in the big cities, Paris, Bordeaux, Lyon. In these cities, she didn't even get 10% of the vote. So the more you go in rural areas where there's less than 1,000 people living, she gets very high scores because these people feel left out by Paris. So I compared to U.S. politics, I guess it's more or less the same, is that people in rural areas feel left out. But the perception that some people in these areas where they live amongst, in the areas where the least immigrants are and where there's often even no refugees whatsoever, the perception that these people have is sometimes quite wrong in terms of how bad it really is. Now, I hear these people who, when I write about the alt-right, they tell me on Twitter, oh, I was in Paris a few weeks ago and it was horrible. And yes, I mean, if you go to, there's a few streets in Paris which you can go to which are very problematic, but that's not really representative of what's happening really in France. So there's a lot of misinformation, I would say.